Welcome to
Shirlay
Shirlay Shenanigans,
Shenanigans.
where we're drinking and not
Not
thinking.
thinking. I'm
So
gonna the not thinking part.
My Miss Amanda was very high last episode,
Yes, I was.
and her betrothed totally took advantage of her in the aftermath. So there's good things to happen from Shirlay Shenanigans,
Yep.
and yeah. Yes. Monday,
I had a great time all around.
Mandy had a very happy
I
ending.
had a great night.
Yippee-ki-yay, mofo. Oh my gosh. Oh, hilarious. You never cease to amaze me, honey.
You know what? Me neither. It's
I know.
joy to
Well,
watch. Well, I was having a great time.
oh my gosh. So man, you and I talk about this all the time.
Yep.
We know we're getting older and we need to cherish every moment we have left on
Absolutely.
God's green earth because at our ripe ages, we need to get our shit together. And it's a hard life to figure out. And obviously, we both have regrets of things that we didn't do back in the day. And you know what? I don't have any huge regrets besides my mother, but I'm sure you maybe have some regrets. But I think we need to explain to the younger generation how to navigate these waters.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, there's definitely regrets. There and I think everybody, if you're not living your life right if you don't have regrets.
Ain't that the truth?
Right?
Yeah, that's
That's
the
what you
thing.
learn from the things you made mistakes on. So,
Yes, yes.
I think that's and a lot of it is like dealing with your kids. Like you really don't realize till you have your kids start growing up. You're like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I got to give these guys advice. What the hell? I need advice. How the
How
hell do I give them advice?
many times did you shit the bed on your
Oh my god, my whole day I'm still shitting the bed. I'm like, was that good advice? I'm not really sure. You might want to look
No.
that up on YouTube.
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is, I'm married to the mastermind of
Oh,
of
hey,
advice.
at
He
least you have somebody to
believes
work with.
he believes he's the guru for the advice. So
Oh,
therefore,
have at it,
oh yeah,
right?
and he'll give
Send
everybody.
everybody to dad.
He almost thinks like he's Jesus because he just says, "Well, this is what you should do, and this is what you should do," and everybody freaking listens to him. It
Hey,
drives
great.
me bananas, Mandy. It
Let them
drives
listen
me
to him.
insane.
You know
But
why? Because whenever
I,
that
but
advice
Mandy,
is
I
bad, it
gotta
came from him.
say, his advice is pretty sound. It
It is.
really,
Oh, well,
honest
there
to
you
God,
go.
is. His
Uh,
advice is pretty. He's very analytical, which drives me nuts. And I listen. He should have been an effing attorney because I can never win a freaking fight with him. I've told you this multiple times. Like I should just throw in my towel as soon as the damn fight starts
Yeah.
because the damn fight's over before it even starts. Because I know I'm a loser in the whole thing because he always has a freaking comeback. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I hate those people that can recollect all kind of shit.
Oh
It's
yeah. Oh yeah.
you're
He's the
just you're in a
photographic.
losing
Yep.
game.
Yep. 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 He's a photographic memory of
That sucks.
everything. But
Yeah.
you know,
And then even when he doesn't, you believe he does because he usually does. So he can just start making shit up and he knows you're gonna believe it.
oh my God,
Right?
Mandy, I didn't even never check that fact out on him, but it might be right.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
been through it. Yep.
So, I get upset with these kids today that they don't communicate right. They just
Oh, for
don't.
sure. Yeah.
And we had what, one or two phones in the house, and we had to pick up the phone if we want to talk to somebody. This is
Sure.
way before caller ID, and that was your lifeline. Your phone was your
And you had to
lifeline.
talk in front of other people while you're on the phone
Yes,
because
and
you're either in a kitchen or you're in the living
yes,
room most of the
yeah.
time.
What do you? "Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
Mm,
meet you at
yeah.
the park to smoke some cigarettes."
You hope there's a long cord on the phone that you can walk out of the room or walk out the back door and have the cord in the door. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had such such a listen. I would never trade our childhood for anything because I
Ah, for
think it's part
sure,
of
especially
the
looking at the kids.
world.
Yeah, looking at the kids nowadays, I think
Yeah.
they have too much privacy and it gets them in too
Yes.
much trouble, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like dangerous trouble.
Yeah. So if I were to, these kids, I read some statistic
Oh
that
boy, statistics.
35 to 40% of them meet somebody electronically and don't
Yeah,
even meet face to face. Like, why?
yeah.
Go out and meet people. A text doesn't tell you anything. Words on the computer don't tell you anything. Go out, breathe the freaking air. We're not in
Even like
COVID anymore. Do your shit.
when you're talking to somebody too, like even though they met them online, they can see them online, they can whatever their pictures and stuff. But then when they actually make phone calls, then they get to know each other over the phone, and I get all that. But it's still so different than meeting somebody in person and watching their body
Hallelujah,
language.
Mandy.
You really
Hallelujah.
you learn a lot
Hallelujah.
from body
Yeah.
language, and you
Yeah.
can learn a lot from somebody that is, not in either the right mind or that could be like um I don't
Effing
know.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Effing
dangerous. Like
nuts.
you're not gonna get those
It's
vibes over the phone because it's very easy for them to say whatever they want over the phone. Whereas if they're in front of you trying to say
yeah.
things and you could read
Yeah.
their body language, like they
Yeah.
don't really mean what they're saying, or they got other plans besides
Right.
whatever's coming out of their mouth.
Exactly. You need
Yeah,
there's so much more to body language
yeah, for
that
sure.
they're negating just by talking on text or
Yeah,
on the computer or whatever chat room they're on. It's
for sure.
ridiculous and it drives me freaking bananas.
Right. And that goes for male and female. I'm not saying, I mean, I have 3 sons, so I worry about them meeting females online and one of my sons was meeting girls online and then, you know, getting a Uber and going to her house. I'm like, "You don't even know where you're going."
He
Like,
don't care,
you don't
Mandy. He was
know.
getting a little bit of lucky, lucky,
Yeah,
lucky.
but what if he wasn't? What if he was going to a house where there's like 3 thugs
I
waiting
know.
for
This
him,
is the
you
shit
know?
that they do, man.
Like
I,
anybody could wait for him and maybe the girl was just reeling him in, and
yeah,
then he gets there and he gets robbed, you'd scary shit. Like I don't
I know. I
go
hear
out
you. I hear
somewhere
you.
and meet somebody in person. That's what I say.
I
Like,
hear you. 24/7. You know what pisses me off that these kids do today? And they are freaking masterminds of it.
what?
Ghosting. Ghosting.
Oh, yeah.
They do not feel it is necessary to respond. If they are
Yeah.
not interested, there's no
Mhm.
response. There's
No.
no etiquette of,
Or if
you
you
know
if
what?
you
I can't make it, so therefore, screw them.
yeah.
I am not going to say, I can't make it. I have other plans or whatever. No response. How is that etiquette? There's no
Yeah.
freaking etiquette.
Right.
Stop ghosting people. If somebody invites you over or somebody says something to you, freaking say something back
Yep.
and
For
move
sure.
on. And
Yeah.
you know what, Mandy? I think our generation is getting used to the freaking ghosting shit, and it's
Yeah.
pissing me off. No, freaking respond to somebody. If they ask you a question, respond to them.
Right.
Ghosting can go bing, dada bing. I hate when people ghost other people.
Oh, I'm
It
sorry. I didn't see that.
drives me nuts.
Okay. Okay. But you saw my text after that, but you didn't see my text before that.
Yes.
Or yeah,
Yes.
like I don't well, I mean there's also like I think the kids these days too, like if you text them something and it's not in a question form,
Yeah.
it's then there's no need for a response. Not even like you got it, thumbs up, heart, anything. Like there's just no response. They got what you said, but there's no response at all. And that drives me even that
Mandy, I'll
drives me
take a
crazy.
freaking thumbs up. I don't even
Anything.
care. Yeah.
Anything.
I'll
Just
take
a
whatever.
response.
I don't even care. But some acknowledgement that you received. Hey, I'm having a party on Saturday. Would you like to come over? Guess what I get? Sip from the younger generation. Younger. Yeah.
And then when 10 people show up and you don't
Yeah.
have enough beer, guess what?
Oh, they just said, "Well, you invited me, you little prick."
Yeah,
You said you didn't freaking
you didn't
respond. So
respond.
how am I going to respond to this shit?
Sorry, I had enough beer here for me. I
Yeah.
know there's 10 cases, but that's for me.
Yeah, I have a massive pet peeve towards this shit.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it. I said to my kids, "You be gracious if
It's a
Somebody
simple yes or
texts
no.
you or what?
It's a simple yes or no. How
Thank you,
hard is that?
Mandy. Yeah. Thank you for the invite. I have plans. Or
Exactly.
no, thank you, but thank you for thinking of me.
Or not sure?
Dude, Mandy,
Let you
we
know.
talked about this last episode.
Mhm.
Everybody takes a shit and they have their phone on the shitter. You can say, "No, I can't make it. I'm so very sorry, but thank you for thinking of me." So don't
We're
tell
busy
me you
using
don't
the
have
toilet that
freaking
day.
time to text me back. That annihilates the shit out of me.
Mhm.
I just want to say, you know what? You're done. You're done. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm done.
Hang you
So good.
up. You
You,
done.
you done. All good in the hood.
Alley
You
you.
ain't getting an invite from me again. I'm literally done with this shit. You don't want to come. You don't want to respond to me. I am just checking you off. You know what, man? And
I agree.
I also one of my other things is, you know what? When I was younger, older people would give me advice, and you're like, and
Yeah.
but you know what?
Would
You
you
don't
die for that
take that
advice today?
advice, but listen to it, right? Am I
Oh, for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I would
they
die for any advice today. I mean, like,
yeah,
like I really look forward to hearing things. Like I actually thought about this. This is a weird thing, but I thought about like going to like a I guess like an assisted living home or something like
wait a minute,
that. Where
you were in assisted living. Wait
no,
a
no,
minute,
no.
you're
Not
looking
like
for the
going to like
future?
visiting, not going to. Like visiting assisted living home and then like going around and just like getting to know people and asking people about like life's questions,
Yes,
just
because
get
you know what,
everybody's
Mandy? Listen,
opinion.
listen. They've been around the earth many, many times.
Right. And they've
They've
been through
done the
everybody's been through
same
different shit.
shit that we've had.
Right.
They've may not have had the electronics or whatever the freak. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
They
advice
went through the
is
same dramas, the
mhm.
family shit, the divorces, the whatever. Everybody goes through the same shit, and older people have good advice.
Yep.
If you don't like what they don't have to say, then don't listen to them. But
Yep.
give them the courtesy and listen to them.
For
That's what
sure.
I say.
I think so too. It's
Yeah.
respect your elders,
Yes.
and then you don't really think I don't really think you understand that till you are majority of the elders.
Don't be a bitch, Mandy.
But it's the truth. Like now, like now you really want people to listen to you because you really have good things to say. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever,
Yep.
these kids aren't fucking listening to me, just like
And
I didn't listen to them, my
it's
parents or whoever. And it's like you really need to listen because I know what I'm talking about. I've experienced this.
and it's true because we've been through, whether they believe it or not, so much shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think that knowledge of how to deal with that, and
Mhm.
maybe they think that older people are so judgmental, and we really freaking aren't. Because I think we have that thing, been there,
Done that.
done that.
This is how I got
Let
through
us
it.
help you get through this shit,
Sure.
right?
Let me help you get through it because I've
Yeah,
been there and I know this is what I went through.
yeah,
And you're going to go through it no matter what, but maybe this might make it a little bit easier for you while you go
right.
through it, you
Yeah,
know?
and who, how, and who, and what, and the resources of around you that you need to navigate yourself to get through this and become a better person. And
Sure.
most, I have like, I have several nieces and nephews that love my advice. Go figure. Hilarious in itself.
You know why? Because they know
So,
you've been through a lot.
may have a word of wisdom or two. But you know what? I
Because
think
you
I
tell them like it
come.
is, Cheryl.
Oh, I do. I have no filter. I don't give a shit. It is what
That's
it is.
probably why they
And
like it.
listen, there's no shades of gray with me. I want to say you effed up,
Right.
and this is what you got to do, and you got to freaking make it right.
Mm-hmm.
And my point to them is, listen, as a parent and as your aunt, there's nothing you can do that would ever stop my love for you. And I think that affirmation from anybody that is in their family, it can, and I think sometimes even beyond their parents, is
Mm-hmm.
such a huge, like what do you call them? The
Stability.
safety nets of their
Yeah,
life, that somebody's gonna catch them no matter what,
it's
that
a
there's always
stability
gonna be
that they
somebody there.
right, for sure. They know there's somebody
But
always
not
there
everybody
even if they
has that,
screw up.
Mandy. Not
Yeah, I
everybody
know.
has that, and
No,
not everybody's
I
willing to
agree.
stick their neck out either.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. And
no.
that's I mean, like, you know, I I mean, they're your kids, like, and no matter how much they screw up, like, I've screwed up, I screwed up a lot. So no matter how much my kids screw up, I'm always going to be there for them. I could be angry with them. I could be, not talk to them for a day or two, but I still love them and they know I love them. Like that's like really to ground that in their
Guide
thoughts
them. Yeah,
that you
yeah,
love them
yeah,
no matter what. I can be mad
yeah,
at you,
yeah,
but I still love you,
yeah.
you
You
know.
might be an asshole,
Right.
like, massively, but I still
Right.
freaking love you, you
Right.
asshole.
Right.
Oh my gosh. You know what else pisses me off? These kids, and honestly, we did it too. They become
Oh
a
boy.
chameleon to their environment. They just conform to whoever
Oh,
they want to be.
yeah.
Oh, for the love of Jesus, be freaking you. Just, if you like to laugh, then laugh. If you like to be, goofy, or you like to play video games 24/7, be you. Somebody's going to love you for you. That's
No,
my
for
point.
sure. Oh
So
yeah.
stop conforming to what society thinks you should be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because it's not your personality, and if you're changing for that for whatever it is, that person that wants you to change for them, or
Yeah,
friends that you
yeah,
want, they're
yeah.
not gonna stick around. They're not your real friends. You know what I
Amen,
mean?
sister.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like, what you I
yeah.
heard this thing the other day, and I think it's a great quote, and I don't remember who said it, but basic it basically it said, um, that anybody's gonna be there, or everybody's gonna be there to take that ride with you in that limo. "Oh,
Yep.
yeah, let's go, let's
Amen,
go."
sister.
But you
Yeah.
want the person that's gonna get on the bus with you, or that's
Amen.
gonna walk with you.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
true friend.
That's a friend.
That's a
That's a
friend.
friend. Yeah.
So
To walk with you 5 miles versus in
right,
that limo.
right,
Amen.
right.
Yeah. Amen, man. Cheers
Alright.
to that, bitch.
Here's that. I thought that was a good one. I'm like, "Wow, that really hits home." That's the truth, you
It
know?
is so true. It's
Mhm,
so true.
mhm.
And you know what? I think, my advice to these kids, and listen, it's harder because their world revolves around them.
Well, there's not and everything and their world is not just their world at home. Their world is out on social media,
I know
and
this is a
there's
very serious conversation we're having today.
it is, but it's like it has to happen. I mean, it's like so fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm so
I
glad we didn't grow up like this. This is
listen.
not fun.
All right, on a funnier story, talking about like shit that I say. So my son was dating this girl in high school, and I
Okay.
am not a proponent for anybody. I know I'm going to get letters for this, whatever, or just hate mail. I don't give a shit. He dated this girl for like 2 years in high school, and
Okay.
their graduating class was 122.
Oh wow, that's nothing.
And I think their senior year of high school, she says to me, "Well, I'm going to marry Luke." And I said, "No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not marrying Luke." I said, "He hasn't sampled all the fish in the sea.
You
He
did
is
not. You did
so not
not.
marrying you." Listen to me, sweetheart. If he goes out and samples and he still wants you, then okay,
So be it.
it's meant to be. The little fishy came back to meet you, okay? No, no, no. My son will go out and experience the world. I don't give a shit. She would left Mandy crying. I don't care.
Well, I imagine that. I would be
Imagine
freaking
that.
crying too, Cheryl. That's
She was not. Wait a minute. I cannot have my son marry a sample group of 55 girls.
okay.
No.
So let's just back up a second, just a second. So, okay. So when did you start dating child? Like first year of college?
But listen, whoa, 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 that's a whole nother story. I dated quite a few men before I
Okay.
met my husband,
Okay.
and I was very particular. And this is another subject that I'm going to touch on.
Because I'm curious.
I I had massive criteria. This,
Mhm.
this temple ain't for free, baby.
Well,
This temple's got to
but
be
you met
like,
Chal at 19, right?
okay, but hold on the bus, Mandy. Hold on. You ain't getting in the box unless you check all the boxes. Okay? Let's
Okay.
just, okay? Okay.
What if she
So,
checked all the boxes for Luke and you were saying to her,
oh
you
hell
know
no,
what? He needs to
no,
find more.
no, 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 no.
So you already knew the background on that through Luke.
I
And you were
wanted
just
him to
taking a guess.
listen, man. Okay, you were the professional dater, so let's get back to me. I had a bada bing, bada boom, bada boom.
Right.
You need this. How many? I dated so many guys. You were dating somebody all the time. I dated so many guys, and I would say 2 or 3 weeks. You're done. Yeah. Uh, and I was kind of a snob, and I'm not
Like
going to.
picking something out of your teeth. Yeah.
Oh, oh
Not
my
that
god.
one.
Yeah, how many fingernails did I make out with? I would make out with guys and their fingernail, they would bite because they were nervous making out with me. I'm like, "You're out." I wanted to throw up.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
so
god,
funny.
that's a whole Ugh. How does a guy bite his fingernails and have his fingernail still in his mouth, knowing he's gonna make out with a girl? You tell
I
me
That has never happened to me, but you know
not
what?
once, not
I
twice,
actually
3
remember when
times,
it happened to
Mandy.
you.
3
That actually
freaking
happened to
times.
you.
3 times. So wait a minute.
I
They're
didn't know it
off
was
the
3
list of
times.
possibilities of ever dating again. Dude, man, you crashed that bus, man. You never pass a fingernail in my mouth because
Oh
you're
my
done.
gosh.
That
You know
is
what,
so
Cheryl?
disgusting.
If I was a guy, I think I'd be fucking nervous to date you too.
Dude, who passes a fingernail in their mouth when they're making out? That is
They're nervous. They're
disgusting
biting their nails.
because they're nervous as shit. I'm like, do I have machete in the back of my car, Mandy?
Oh
Give me
my
a
God.
freaking
I don't
break.
know. And they don't know either. They're like, what's going on with this chick? She's freaking wild. I'm
Well,
a little nervous.
listen. I was intriguing, not wild, intriguing. And I
Okay.
think you needed a
Oh,
strong personality to date me, Mandy.
absolutely.
Yeah. And
Not really sure why you ended up with Child though.
oh, dude, my
Does he have
husband
does he have
is,
a strong personality?
oh my God, Mandy! He's like King Chuck. King Chuck. It's like not King Tut, it's
Yeah,
King
King
Chuck.
Chuck.
Dear Jesus in heaven. God, yeah, he's insane. He's like literally, I can never win a fight. I already said this in the I said this earlier in the episode. He's legit shit,
Yeah.
remembers everything. I lost every battle.
He
It don't
reels your
matter.
ass in.
Yeah. Oh, that's what my mother said before she died. Uh, we would fight, Mandy.
Mhm.
And we were talking about this. I think we're so segue in this episode, it doesn't matter. We would
Whatever.
fight, and my mother would say, and I said, "Mom, he is such an asshole." She goes, "Shirley, forgive him. He's a good guy." You don't even want to listen to my side of the story. He's an asshole. And she goes, "That's okay. He's a great guy." You don't understand. He's an asshole. Forgive him, Shirley. Because you know why, Mandy? As point in case to you,
Mhm.
nobody could handle me.
No.
But
No, I agree.
but that's
And
what
your
makes
mom knew
me
that.
intriguing as shit. And you know what? Listen, I don't think growing up that I would change me because I was me and I was proud of me. And
Mhm.
I probably am one of those few people that grew up and didn't care about the outside groups or whatever. And I think for the younger people that are listening, who gives a shit? Be freaking you. And I was me. And I had chicks hate me. I don't really care. I had dudes that said, "Oh my god, this girl is psychomaniac." Who
Mhm.
gives a
I
shit?
can vouch for that.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you.
I mean, the other thing is too, I think the way you grew up, you had your family business and you were so busy and you were working, you were kind of
No,
like you were
no,
in
no,
not like
no.
you were in reality. Like this is what you need to do to live. Like high school is bullshit. Like you were going through the rhythms of high school because you had to, but you knew what you actually had to do to live. A
Right.
lot
Well,
of
we
like
knew
these kids these
we needed
days,
a career. I
yeah.
never got to do my career.
No,
I got
you didn't. No, I understand
I
that.
got roped back into the farm, which
You
pissed me
did.
off.
You
But,
did, but at the same time, like, it was like you really had a real essence of what it takes to make a living and get
you had to be
by.
independent.
Right.
You had to
Absolutely.
but you know what, Mandy, when I think back, I had a getting back to my bucket list for men. No, no, you laugh at this shit. I am dead serious. I would never let any guy do anything unless they were marriage material. And you know what I said to this my nieces who are now happily married? I
Mhm.
said, "Do not settle unless you think you may marry this guy. This is huge. And make sure that this guy loves you a little bit more than you love him." That is such a huge piece of advice on
Yeah,
so
that's
many
good.
levels because you know what? It's the
I
girls
like
really
that.
don't stray, it's the men. And you need to make sure that your husband or your whatever takes you and puts you up on this pedestal. So apparently I found one, although he dominates me. Chuck's Chuck's a little nuts.
Well, yeah, but he does put you on a pedestal.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
actually, Shirley puts herself on a pedestal, and he just has to say, "Okay."
He pays for my pedestal,
Pays
Mandy.
for that pedestal and the clothes you're
Thank
wearing
you.
and the crown on
Thank
your
you
head.
for your kindness.
Your kindness, your highness.
You know what else pisses me off?
Mm.
That these kids today do not open the door. Like, if you're going
All 3
into
of my kids open the door.
I
All
know, but
3 of
it
them.
just still pisses me off. Like, I'm going to this freaking 7-Eleven to get Chuck his, infamous Coke every day. He needs a freaking fountain Coke, and
Mhm.
I'm going in, the kid's right in front of me, like,
Yep,
literally 2 feet.
yep.
Do you think the little shithead would hold the door for me?
No, it's
Mother
all
freaker.
like that's what I'm
You know what
saying,
I
like,
did, Mandy?
mm,
The obnoxious person
oh,
that I am, I
no,
said,
I can just
"Thank you
imagine.
very much for holding the door for me."
"Hey, thanks so much. Just got the door in the face. Appreciate that. I'll make sure I walk out in front of you next time."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
chivalry still exists, and they don't get this.
and it's
And I
simple. It's so simple.
and I do believe that these younger girls still love I don't care about freaking
Yeah, for
feminism.
sure.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
For
matter.
sure.
We still want the door held. We
Yep,
still want you to open the door for us. We still want you to pull out our chair. I don't care how young you are.
yep,
We still want this. And
yeah.
I'm old, but you're young, and you should appreciate a guy doing this shit for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're saying that too, like, the chivalry and all that. I mean, I
Yeah,
agree with you. And now we
yeah.
saw, like, um, love my niece to death, so does Dale, and we met this guy that she was dating a few years ago, and we were just like, he was cute and everything. She just was like, whatever, crazy over him. Um, and she brought him over to whatever, and it was just like that first impression. Dale's like, nope,
You know it.
that's not him.
You're done. You're
You're
done.
done.
He's an
And
asshole.
and he
Yeah,
was nice
I
and
get you.
everything, shake your hand,
I get you.
whatever, but there's just a few things that he did that you could actually see what his personality was like for the first time meeting us, and the things that he did, Dale's like, "Nope, he's not good enough for you. Get rid of him."
Yep.
And Sophie's like, "No, he's done this, he's changed,
Ah, blah,
whatever,
blah, blah, blah.
whatever."
Yeah.
So she met this guy now, and this guy is incredible. We love him.
See, you did her a favor, and
Oh, I
that's
know.
why.
And
Listen,
she comes up the down. She's like, "You were so right about that guy," and he's like, "I told you. Like
but
I saw it before you." And
Mandy, we try to navigate these waters for them, and they get
yep,
pissed at us. And
yeah,
both of my nieces thanked me over and over and over again
right.
because I said, "You're not going to give your body to no schmo, schmo, schmo. You got to know,
And they're both very
who
beautiful
you're giving
girls.
your body to." Am I right?
Oh,
You
hello.
just
Yeah,
have to understand, okay, where is he from? What's his background like? Your body's your temple, and you fuck this shit up,
absolutely.
you're screwed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I'm sorry, no guy wants a girl that's been right around the block a couple times.
And you keep saying that I'm like a professional dater, so all these people think I've been around the block
No,
a few times.
no, no. Let me make this pure and simple. You would date guys for 2 and 3 years.
Thank
That's it.
you.
Yes, Mandy did. All right,
Wasn't like I was
duly noted.
dating and dating and I
Duly
had 3
noted.
dates a week. I would date somebody for a couple years and then I
Yes,
break
yes,
up, but I'd be with another person the next week or 2 weeks later. I was
yeah.
always dating somebody.
I go out to dinner with guys, right? And they
Right.
would want a happy ending. I look at them like, ain't happening here, dude. Nope, nope. You just paid for the wrong girl's dinner. Choo choo. I was such a bitch. I don't regret it. Hey, I felt like, if you're gonna be part of me, then you better be like freaking amazing. And that's, I really
But you need
feel
that.
that.
And you want
What?
your kids to have that too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you
Yes,
want them to
exactly.
recognize that, like, they
Yes,
should be
exactly.
amazing. Yeah.
And getting on to another subject. This is a very serious episode. Failure.
Oh,
And I
boy.
think in life, no, this is one of my things that I think all people need to go through in order to have success.
Oh,
You
for sure.
cannot succeed at something unless you've had failure. It's because failure leads to success because you know what? You've learned from your failure.
Oh, for sure.
Therefore, you're able,
That's
you
what
get
makes
up
it
back
success
on your feet and you try and try
for
again,
sure.
and you've learned, and therefore it
That's what makes your
creates.
success a
Yes, and it
success.
creates the character that you are, and shame on all the people that say, "Oh, well, you need a trophy for everything." No, you don't.
No,
You
you
are not
shouldn't, and you
gonna
shouldn't
win
have one,
every battle in this world,
for
and
sure.
mommy and daddy aren't gonna be able to pick you up 24 freaking 7.
That's
Get
right.
up, pull your britches up, get your shit together, and you will fail, and that's
That's
what
right.
life is.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
guess what?
yeah,
You were in the outfield picking your butt,
yeah, yeah. In
missing the
the
ball going
outfield.
by you, and I'm sorry, you ain't getting a participation award because you know
Yeah,
what? You never caught
yeah,
the ball.
yeah. Exactly,
You're
exactly.
missing the ball. Pay attention.
Well, that's obviously not their sport, Mandy. Oh my
That's the
gosh.
dog.
Freaking dog.
The
This is
dog.
when your kid says, "Mom, I can't take care of my dog. Will you take my dog? Is that your dog?"
Is that your dog?
No, it's not my dog, but it is my dog.
Yeah, it's my
I don't
son's
want this
dog.
dog. They ain't
Thankfully, she was
freaking
very well
dog.
trained. But
Oh my
I
gosh.
have this. You see him? Can you see him?
Oh, it's Popeye the Sailor Man.
That's right. Hoo, hoo.
Well, Mandy, you
My
really
beer
don't have
muscles.
sagging arms for a 55-year-old. I gotta say that. For
What'd
all
you
the
say?
listeners,
I have
no, you
baggy
don't.
arms?
No, no. They could be much worse.
Oh.
Was that no,
Is that
that
a good
really
thing?
wasn't a compliment. That was an underground shit show. I'm sorry.
I have muscles. Is that the way you
Oh
said it?
my gosh. You know what? I think, if I had another piece of advice is you got to live without regrets. If there's something or somebody that you need to make right with, or a career path, freaking do it.
Yeah.
Am I
I
right?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you also have to go through, like you said, you got to go through a lot of a lot of bullshit and a lot of failures to actually find what you want, and then whatever it is that you find, whatever you end up finding, it's so good and everything is so good because you've been through all these failures and you know what you want. That's what makes it so great. Like you have to go through all the bullshit to get to the
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Like they say, like you don't have any good days unless you've had bad
Had
days.
bad days.
Yeah,
Amen,
like it
sister.
all kind
You
of
know what?
comes
I,
together.
I y- it would be awesome if there was, all right, just hear me out. And
Mhm.
this might be a parent channel or a parent phone number that kids can call just for advice other than their parents, because
Right.
that would be brilliant,
Right.
because sometimes they don't want their parents to know what's going on in their life, like what's, yeah, I did this and I screwed up, how do I go about it,
Oh,
just,
yeah.
and I mean, obviously there's liability shit, and I'm sure there is, but somebody just to listen to them, because
Yeah.
sometimes some parents don't even want to give a shit about their kids, and that's very sad. And
Yeah.
that, all right, we got to get it. And I want a happier topic, because I'm like going down a deep road of sorrow. Sweet.
I'm not sure I'd be the one. Actually, you could probably get good advice. Look, I just had this party at my house. My parents came home. What do I do? You could be like, been there, done that. This is what you do. And this is what you don't do.
Well, I'm a shithead. I listen. I never got caught by the law. The law never locked me up, Mandy.
You got
No,
away with a lot of shit growing up.
because I
You
was
definitely
freaking
could talk
smart.
your way through stuff.
Yeah, because I knew, I listen, this is way before internet. I knew what to do if I got pulled over. I would do the girl thing, cry. Oh my god, my boyfriend just broke up with me. And start the tears. And he's like, "Okay, you just came from that party in the woods." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know. No, no, I don't know of any party in the woods." Because I was almost ready to say, "Yes, I did." And he goes, "Now, mind you, my car fit 4 people. What are the 7 other kids doing in your car?" I'm like, "They're here to
Your
help me.
support
It
mate.
was so awful to me." And freaking shit, the cop would believe it, Mandy. And I was so theatrical
Yeah.
and so annoying, the
He
cop
didn't
just
feel
said,
like dealing with you.
"Just go, just go, just go."
Kids don't get that these days, though. We
What,
ruined it for
the
all of them.
the passes?
Yeah, there's
Well,
no
they,
passes. There's no passes because there's too much on camera. Now the cops have cameras on their vests. They're
yeah,
videotaping everything they're doing.
yep,
There's cameras at the end of the corner. You just evidently pulled somebody over and they got in an accident at that corner. Like there's nothing, nobody's getting away with anything anymore,
nope,
unfortunately.
nope,
Yeah.
nope. So,
So
so sorry,
just don't
younger
do it. You
generation.
know what?
We did
You
get
need to
away with a
work,
lot of shit.
save
We
your
really did.
money, and Uber everywhere.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Ha
That's what
ha.
it is.
Ha ha.
That's what it amounts to.
But I do have classic stories about getting pulled over. I was horrific. I was horrific growing up. I was. I
I
mean,
could
God
agree.
in heaven, if my parents still don't know half of the shit I did growing up. And
Well,
I'm sure I don't know half of the shit my kids did. You know what? But I was extremely lenient with my children. Extremely.
are you still
And
hearing stories? Because I'm still hearing stories.
what about my kids?
Shit they did. Yeah.
It's all good.
Mhm.
Uh, I
I'd
think
rather not know. I'm glad I'm hearing it now. They got through it.
oh, your kids, oh, the
Oh, my
shit
kids.
that
Yeah.
your kids did, yeah. My kids, I will let them throw down. I don't give a shit,
Oh, I
because you
did
know
too.
what?
As long as I was there, I had
Yeah,
a basket. I took everybody's keys. Nobody was allowed to
I know
leave.
we're actually self-incriminating ourselves, Mandy.
Well, I mean, they were going to do
Is
it
the
somewhere
statute of
anyway.
limitations over yet?
Realistically, anybody else, they're going to do it anyway. Like, these kids are going to be safe. They're staying at your house. You have all their keys. They can't leave. And their parents, whatever, they knew that you were like they're coming over to a party, hopefully, not my problem. Um, I mean, I guess I should be calling each kid's parent, "Hey, do you know your kid's here? Do you
No,
know they're drinking?"
no.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. Bullshit. Because you know what? Their parents are the same age
Yeah,
as me, and we never
yeah,
freaking did that.
yeah, yeah,
It's all
and they wanna
bullshit.
act like they're all freaking innocent. That shit
It's
pisses me off.
bullshit. It's
That
all
pisses me
bullshit.
off. You
But you
got
know what?
yeah.
I had my kids, like, I mean, they
Those
have good
parents
memories
annoy
at
the
my
shit
house.
out of me. Annoy
Slipping
the shit out of
slides
me.
out back, beer,
But
whatever.
Mandy, guess what? We're done.
Yeah,
No more.
no
We're
more.
done. Those years are over.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. So,
we got through it. It was friggin'
yeah.
hard. I can't
Were
it
you doing
wasn't
gummies
easy.
back when you, entertained your children?
Was what?
Were you doing did they have gummies back when,
No,
no.
no,
Damn.
no.
We're smoking a little dopey and,
No, I wasn't. I didn't do any of that. Like, I actually just started doing gummies. I started doing CBD because
okay.
I was in so much pain from work. I started doing that, and then I was like, "Oh, I can get a little bit THC in there. Like, I'll do that with the gummy, and like, the
And it
more it
felt
became legal."
so good.
And then I would just like have the relief of pain and get a little giggle out of it. And then evidently, you saw me get a lot of giggle.
A lot of lot of
Yeah,
giggles.
but it was
Yeah,
all due to
yeah,
like just experimenting. But like, I can't like get. I know I don't get high. I just drink beer.
yeah.
I drink my Coors Light.
Amen, sister. Take the
Amen.
pledge. Coors Light. You can sponsor us.
Yep.
Oh
Coors Light
my
girl.
gosh.
I'm out of
So,
limes.
man, words of advice we can give for the younger generation. I, stop taking everything to heart. Live life and love every moment of every day. Because I think the older we get, right, man,
Yeah, for
that
sure.
we are so living day to day and
Yeah.
and
Hoping for your next
everybody
day.
gave me
Wondering like,
advice and I didn't give a shit. I really didn't
yeah,
give a shit.
yeah. I agree. I mean, I think a lot of things like you really need to tell the kids right now is like there's so much on social media that they're all involved with listening and stuff. I think that they really need to just focus on what they what they really want to do with their lives, no matter what anybody else is around them saying. Like, I mean, you could do so much with your life. And it's something so simple as like
Don't let the
um
blockade stop you.
yeah,
Right?
just the
Yeah.
money. Like everybody's
Yeah.
into the money thing and who's making what and where
No,
they're
no,
at and
no,
millions
no,
in this.
no.
It's
And I should know that better than anybody because my kids went to this like freaking elitist freaking
right.
school
It means
and it's like,
nothing.
what are you doing? And I just said, you know what? My biggest concern is, are my kids happy?
Absolutely.
Are my
That's
kids
what I tell
happy?
my kids all the time. I'm glad you said that.
Yep.
That's what I said. I just said the only thing I care about, they're like worried about what job they have and
Yeah.
working this now. I said, I'm like, I just want to know that you're happy.
Amen to that,
I
sister.
you're with somebody that you
Amen.
love, somebody that
Amen.
loves you,
Yep.
and you're happy, and you can work it out together, you know what I mean? Or, if you're by yourself and you're still trying to figure
Yep.
shit out, like, just
It's
work
okay. It's
and go
okay.
out with your friends and just be happy, like, don't stress yourself out, like, there's so much more to
Yeah.
s to stress and
Yeah.
when you get older in your life and you have your own kids, there's a lot of shit to stress out about, trust me. That's
Yep.
all coming. Like, you just enjoy yourself
Eh, the
now.
train is coming with
The
stress,
train
honey.
is
Let me
coming.
tell you. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh
So
my
just
gosh. Yeah.
enjoy yourself. If you can find the job that you love, that you're making money at, you'll never feel like you worked a day in your life, you know?
I don't know about that, man, but that was fun that you
Well, I
said
love
that.
what I do. I mean, I'm painting, I work my ass off,
Oh my gosh.
everything
This
hurts,
is
but I
yes,
love what I do. So it doesn't feel
I
like work.
know. This is such a serious conversation. I think this is the most serious conversation we've ever had, ever on this podcast.
We're very serious
Episode
people. 14.
So,
Oh, I just
we're
missed the
gonna just
bar.
defer for the next 5 minutes and just talk about drinking and not thinking.
Okay, that works for me.
The last clip I did, Mandy, I got in so much trouble. The freaking crazy ass bitch found
Yeah,
me.
I am shocked she found you. I think that
How the fuck did she find me? I
you
mean,
know what? I
this is
think
legit shit,
do you
Mandy.
think it's facial recognition? Do they
No,
let
no, fucking balls to the walls. I am filming this chick. She can't walk in these freaking boots or whatever the freak. She is okay. A
I didn't
little
think you said
overweight.
anything wrong.
Mandy. She's a little overweight. Well, she looked like an Amazon woman. Everybody on social media thought she was a dude. I'm like, she ain't a dude. And she walks across the street. She can't walk. And I'm saying, oh my gosh, this is great film. This is great film. I gotta film this.
Yeah.
So she's walking across the street. I'm filming. It's fucking great material, like amazing material. She walks across the street, and then I do this voiceover that was very nice and very kind. Oh, there it goes. And then all of a
Wait
sudden,
for it.
you
Wait
can
for it.
do it, girl. You can do it. The hate freaking mail I got from that shit.
That's what I said. You didn't even say anything mean. I didn't understand.
Exactly. And they said, "Oh, how dare you like make fun of uh the misfortunes of others." I'm like, "Oh, sweet
Oh,
Caroline.
yeah, and something about she had
I
surgery. Like,
it's
seriously, like,
freaking
come on.
comedy. Give me a break. It's freaking comedy."
If she
So
has
I'm
surgery
driving.
and she's wearing a skirt that's about 5 inches high,
Yes,
and
exactly.
seriously,
And
5
you know
inches
she's
high.
got no underwear on because it's tied on by freaking leather straps
Yeah,
or
the
whatever
sides, there
that
was
are
no
like
sides to
7
it,
inches
so she couldn't have
wide.
underwear on. So
Yeah.
her skirt was literally this big.
It didn't even cover her a-hole, Mandy. It didn't even
No.
cover her a-hole. And
And
I'm the
then
one who's the
her
bad
high
one?
heels are so high that she can't walk in them. Like, you're kinda asking for
Thank
somebody to
you.
take a
Thank
picture.
you. And wait a minute, I wasn't the only one filming, but
Right.
for somehow she freaking found me.
Well,
Yeah. That's what I say. Whatever. I gotta get the
that's
hell out
what
of here.
it
Yeah.
is.
So Florida. I don't know. Maybe they're stalking me. Do you think about that? Maybe.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't have that much of a following, but oh my gosh. All right. So next week, we are back home in Pennsylvania, and I'm getting the
Woohoo!
hell out of Florida. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Shirlay Shenanigans,
Shenanigans.
where
Hope
we're
you learned something
drinking, not
today.
thinking. And this was a very serious conversation. So we're sorry if you tuned in for
We're
some
moms.
comedy. But
Sometimes
every
it's gotta be
once in a
serious,
while, we got to tone it down to gain somebody back.
right?
And my Miss Amanda's sober as hell, I can tell. And we love everybody. Tune in on all social media and follow us. Chalet Shenanigans. Peace
Love
out.
y'all. Peace out.